It's easy to get stuck reaching for the same familiar fruits and vegetables, even when you know a colorful variety is key. Balance of Nature's fruits and veggie supplements don't replace fruits and vegetables, but it makes it easy to add more variety to what you already eat. With 31 ingredients that are whole fruits and vegetables, switching it up is easy because we've already taken care of the hard part. Go to balanceofnature.com and get a free fiber and spice supplement, plus 35% off your first set as a new preferred customer by using discount code POD.
The Rush Hour with James Golden. Entertaining and informative.
On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Attention Ditto Heads. Attention Bo Scouts.
Goes by the pseudonym Bo Snerdley.
It's time for the soul of excellence.
He is a radio host here in New York.
The Rush Hour is on the air.
Rush.
Now here's James Golden.
And last night it was, not expected to be a victory. It was very Democrat areas, but I don't think it was good for Republicans. I don't think it was good. I'm not sure it was good for anybody. But we had an interesting evening, and we learned a lot, and we're going to talk about that, and I'll say a few remarks, and then after that I'll ask the press to leave. The press has been very, very nice to us the last couple of months. They were great to us in terms of the foreign visits with China, Japan, South Korea, Malaysia.
We will prove that there is no problem too large for government to solve and no concern too small for it to care about.
In New York City last night. For the first time in American history, an avowed, openly proclaimed socialist has been elected as the mayor of America's largest city. Zoran Mondani is without a doubt the biggest win for socialism in the history of the country, and it is the biggest loss for the American people. He is truly a committed Marxist. And the results of that race tell you everything you need to know about where the Democrats and their party are headed.
We will prove that there is no problem too large for government to solve and no concern too small for it to care about.
New York, when they realize how bad socialism is, they can just leave like they've been doing for years. They can move to states like Florida, to Texas. They can even come to Louisiana. But if they ruin America, if they're able to take hold with socialism in America, where else are people going to go? There is no plan B to this great United States of America, and we're not going to let socialism take over in this great country.
Welcome, my friends. It is the Wednesday edition of Bo Snerdley's Rush Hour. So glad you are here. Yes, very busy night. Last night, some of the elections ended up, of course, not even being close at all. If you feel any sense of despair after the results rolled in, I urge you, I beg you, knock it off. There is no reason, ladies and gentlemen, to be in a state of despair. We are, the American citizens, have been engaged in political warfare for most of my life with liberalism. And in the long war, this may go down as the 100-year war. It may go down even longer than that. In the long war with liberalism, there will be battles that are lost. What is important is that we keep our eyes on the prize. And what is that prize? That prize is American freedom. That prize is American liberty. That prize, for most of us, is restoring the values that many of us know made this country great. There will be losses. You take the losses in stride. And as you deal with the losses, you then get engaged, re-engaged, re-energized to go back out onto the political battlefield with everything that you have to secure victory. So, Zohran Mamdani, that's the one that seems to be getting the biggest, because he is an avowed open socialist. Yes, we know that. We've been hearing it. No surprise. No surprise. Absolutely zero surprise. Everybody that has been watching this race the polls have never wavered. By the way, in the three biggest races that Republicans lost last night, the polling, well, the three biggest ones, they lost more, but in the three big, they lost a few more. But in the three biggest ones, the polls never wavered at all. There was an indication, and we hoped against hope. I was one of those that hoped against hope that the situation would have been different in New Jersey. It was not. I think Jack Ciattarelli is one of the finest men in the political system of these United States, and the way he acquitted himself was fine. Problem in New Jersey, so many New Jersey Republicans left the state. That is being cited during the past when he ran, and this time 250,000 people fled New Jersey. Left. They couldn't vote for him. They were busy. Jack, come down to Florida if you want. Come down to Georgia if you won't. Come down to Tennessee if you won't. They're even begging for New Yorkers now in the Granite State of New Hampshire. I have my druthers about that. There is no reason for anybody to be pessimistic unless you live in New York and you're a landlord or you're a business owner. Then I can get it. But if you are among the wealthy New Yorkers, you can leave. It's the people in the middle class in New York, and largely, by the way, New York, the Browning of America. Let's talk about it for a quick second here. Because, every time they start talking about the great replacement theory, that's what liberals call it, they get all mad. They get upset. Republicans saying that we want the great replacement. Hey, that's what happened in New York, whether you know it or not. Queens. Half of the population in Queens. Queens has 2 million voters. Half the population are now foreign born. They aren't native New Yorkers anymore. Well, New York's the great melting pot. It's always been. It hasn't melted like this, folks. And we had the meltdown pot. New York is not what many of us grew up in anymore. It's not the same place. It's like the UN on steroids in New York now. And yes, New York has always had, there are 160 languages spoken just in Queens. 160 different languages in Queens. That's why in Zohran's speech, cut 3, that's why Zohran said this in his victory lap.
New York will remain a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants, powered by immigrants, and as of tonight, led by an immigrant.
Yay! I'm going to tax the out of you. I didn't say. And then he went on to list. We have 4 minutes of him. I'm not going to do it right now. But number one, New York was built, yes, immigrants, but he did, when he went through a litany of them, didn't mention any European nations, any European immigrants, didn't mention any African-American folks that helped build the city. Right now, screw you. African-American, yeah, you're an afterthought in the New York. And your needs are. Okay? I mean, but I don't even want to get into all that racial stuff because, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. None of that matters. What matters is what he does while he is the mayor of New York. All the free stuff that people have been promised, they're expecting. Elise Stefanik is the anecdote for this election. Kathy Hochul surrendered, New Yorkers. She surrendered. She kissed his ring and whatever else he put in front of her. But, yeah, she did. She's spineless. The answer, your check in New York to the abuses of Marxism and that will roll out in your city is to get Elise Stefanik as the New York governor. Now, let me move on for a minute. We'll come back, circle back around New York, have more of that Mamdani speech. I mentioned New Jersey, population decline. Jack Ciattarelli is an awesome candidate. I love that man. It's too bad he said he had no other inspirations but trying to fix New Jersey, because New Jersey's now not going to be fixed. They keep talking about this flight out of New York City. I woke up to headlines. I was up till 1 or 2 in the morning following election stuff. You know, elections nights are like Super Bowl nights for me. But I woke up to stories about $100 million of real estate assets already headed to Florida, to Miami, Yorami, and to West Palm Beach. You know, West Palm Beach a bunch of years ago was kind of looking cruddy. I can tell you because I spent a lot of time there. Well, going past there into the island and then coming back with the worker bees. Because West Palm Beach was the headquarters of the servant class for the rich folks that live on Palm Beach. West Palm Beach is picked up. There's a lot of money starting to flow down in West Palm Beach. There's a lot of money flowing in Miami. And there are going to be some other places that have a lot of money flowing in. So one of the big stories that I read this morning, realtor phones jumping off the hook, particularly in Florida. And there are other states that want to get in on the action. We'll have some of that too, provided we have time. This is the fastest hour in American media. Let me just go to Virginia for a minute. No, let me wait, because I want to have time. And I always do this. I always talk, and then we have little time in between. So we're going to take a break right now. When we get back, I want to talk for a few seconds about Virginia. Oh, you know the voice. The voice. It's a magical voice. The only, the one, the only. Nat King Cole. Nat King Cole's, this is the anniversary of his TV show. First black guy to have a major TV show. The Nat King Cole Show. James Golden, Snerdley, fastest hour in American media. Whatever you do, keep it right here. Whatever you do, if you have been feeling blue about these elections, stop it. Unless you're in New York and I get why you might feel a little bit anxious, but do not despair, folks. It's an election. The next election cycle has already begun. It has started. It's underway right now. Don't waste time dealing with post-election despair. It's pointless, it's useless, and we need to be energized. So, keep it right here. Coming right back.
Rush. This is The Rush Hour with James Golden.
Snerdley.
The Rush Hour with James Golden. Entertaining and informative.
On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
James Golden, known popularly as Bo Snerdley.
This is The Rush Hour with James Golden.
Rush.
It's James Golden, day after the election, not crying, That's all I want to do. Yes. And give some good analysis. Listen, let's talk about Virginia for a second, okay? I have held back all because I don't want to discourage any voters that happen to go for Winsome. And I like Winsome Sears a lot. But I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this, and this applies to every single race you can think of, with very few exceptions. I don't think there's anything Jack Ciattarelli could have done differently that would have pulled him out. I think that's strictly a matter of, are there enough available voters? So let's take that. If there are not enough available voters that you can appeal to in your party or with your name recognition and everything else, you can run a great campaign. You can do all that. If the voting pool is decidedly in the other camp, you're not going to win. Or chances are you won't win. I'm not saying you can't, but it's a much harder climb. Virginia has been a purple state. You know that. These people, for goodness sakes, elected Terry McAuliffe, one of the worst, in my estimation. You don't know who he is. He's a Barack Obama, a Bill Clinton political hack that became governor of that state. Horrible, in my estimation, politician. Horrible politician. Tim Kaine came out of that state. This is not a Mr. Eyebrows. Hillary's failed vice president. This is not a consistently red state anyway. So you had Youngkin pull off this victory, and he did it for very specific reasons. His lieutenant governor, Winsome Earl Sears. Now, most of Winsome's campaign, when I interviewed her on the Saturday show that we have, the Saturday Morning Vibe, starts at 7 a.m., by the way. You should come and check it out. It's an awesome show. When we interviewed her there, one of the things I kept asking her about was the economy. The economy in Virginia is largely dependent on government workers. What's going on, in case we all haven't noticed? What are we in day 36 of? Why, for goodness sakes, we're in the middle of a shutdown. Government workers aren't being paid. Where do most of them live? In Virginia. We'll continue. Don't go away. The analysis has just begun.
The Rush Hour with James Golden. Entertaining and informative.
On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
James Golden, known popularly as Bo Snerdley.
This is The Rush Hour with James Golden.
Rush. It's really bad.
Danielle Grant is starving.
I'm trying to see if I can get some food because we literally don't have anything to eat today or tomorrow. So we're going to try to make ends meet, and we can.
Desperate for food, nowhere to go. Grant and many others got to the Hope Line today just to make an appointment to come back later in the week for food. Resources are slim, leaving 40% of Bronxites without money to feed themselves.
The Bronx.
Some still in shock.
We've heard things before, but it's like, they're not going to let people starve. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, that's
district.
Literally like what's happening.
We hope the food pantries maintain open.
Democrats got millions.
They don't
How come they're not feeding
I really
these
don't know
people?
what we're going to do next.
We asked people their reaction to hearing that
Democrats
the Trump
have
administration will
millions.
partially fund the SNAP program. People say it's not going to do much. They have families to feed and already struggled at the end of every month when they were receiving the full amount.
Wow. Not enough.
Wow. Damn.
At least there's something to hold on, but I think everybody's going to have to get a second job.
It doesn't really last the whole month.
Work?
Probably like 2 or 3 weeks, and then like last week you got to be able to find, things.
This couple has 4 kids. The mom says pantries aren't always reliable.
They have limited supply, or by the time we get to the front of the line, then it's really nothing there. So it's hard.
She says she's holding on to faith. Meanwhile, others are worried hunger will drive crime rates up. We don't know how much money will be reloaded onto people's cards and when that will be. In Longwood, Lindsay Tanney, News 12.
That's up in the Bronx. AOC's rolling in millions. You mean AOC, with all her connections, these young socialists haven't figured out how to go help the food banks with people hungry in the Bronx. That poor girl says she's starving. I'm starving. Ain't no food for 2 days. One guy so desperate, he said he might even have to go get a second job. He might have to work to get food. It's desperate up there. This is in the Bronx. And the Democrats are not helping their peoples. James Golden and Snerdley. Okay, Virginia. I'm not going to try to be mean here, folks, but I got to be honest with you. That was a poorly run campaign. I just can't put it any other way. It was a poorly run campaign. I'm looking on social media. I'm reading everything I can for the past weeks about Virginia. All I see on social media, post after post after post after post after post after post about how men and girls' bathroom and Abigail Spangberger is against it and blah. It's like after the first 3 posts, I think I got it. The whole damn campaign almost was about bathrooms. People, Fairfax County is one of the wealthiest counties in America because of the number of high-paid government workers who reside there. And that's not even when you get out of Fairfax County, you got some of the others. You got that crazy Loudoun County there with these out-of-control liberals. And yes, the social issues are important there. But you know what trumps all those social issues? Your pocketbook. And I kept waiting and waiting and waiting for something in this campaign in Virginia to address the specific needs of Virginians who depend on the government. How are you going to work this top line? Are you talking about diversifying the economy further so that you can create more opportunities for, you know what's going on with the Trump administration in Virginia and government workers. You have to address it if you're going to win. Not that even you're going to get as many votes, but even for the other voters of the state to know that there's an economic plan, something besides the freaking bathrooms. Now, there's also something else. There are 2 other things I just want to say about this Virginia race. One is when you are running against a blonde, blue-eyed, tall woman that's still in the prime of her life, you need to hire a stylist. You don't come out with the same red suit every freaking day that looks like it's choking you and your hair looking like, I don't know, last time you went to the hairdresser. I'm sorry. Oh, James, you're so superficial. This is politics. This is, Rush used to call it show business for the ugly. It is show business. You have to look the part. I don't care who you are. Unless you J.B. Pritzker. Fetterman. Fetterman had a branded look. Everybody couldn't believe it. But he branded that look. That's his thing. Okay, and can I just say something else about Republican women? I don't know what your fascination is for going out there with these big freaking these big ass like AK-40s or 7s or whatever it is to show to everybody that you like guns, and so you pose with all these guns. Can I just tell you something? It's not appealing. It's not appealing. No man especially really wants to see, I'm sorry, most dudes of a certain mindset don't want to see necessarily, yeah, it's cute to see women with their little hot pants and something and they have a gun, they all think it's you, but would you stop it already? Stop it. It looks dumb. Third thing, when you decide that you want to cross Donald Trump because you think he doesn't have a chance, and when you say, Donald Trump, you are a liability and you should get out of the way, which is what Winsome Earl Sears said about Donald Trump, maybe you shouldn't expect the MAGA folks to come out in droves for you. Maybe you needed to address that. maybe instead of just thinking it was going to all be buried under the rug and forgotten, you should have put that front and center. You know, I said some things about President Trump that now, in retrospect, I wish I hadn't. Put it out there and explain that you are not one of these rhinos, anti-Trump lurking Republicans. If you don't do that, if you fail to address it, there are going to be a lot of hard feelings that still hold for you. So, what have we learned? Hire a stylist. Don't go out looking like a ragamuffin when you're running for office. I don't know whether some of you are going to agree with that. Stop posing with guns. It looks stupid. Deal with the main thing that voters want and answer to how you are going to help them prosper and help their families prosper. Then, if you have time to deal with some of the social issues, like men in girls' bathrooms and all that stuff, but don't make that the center of your campaign in a place where we are in a government shutdown, where people, the economy, we're still waiting on it to kick into high gear. People are worried about their pocketbooks. I think it was one of the... I said enough. I'm probably going to get a lot of heat from this. People are just going to say, oh, James, you're just stupid. I don't know. I'm just telling you like I think a TI is. I do not think this was a well-run campaign at all. And then you have this in an atmosphere. Look where the Democrats in Virginia are. The Democrats in Virginia are so hateful, they just elected a guy who said he fantasized about shooting babies of his Republican opponent and their parents. And not only, I don't know whether you know this, the woman that he sent the text to was running for office. She lost. He won. The woman he sent this hateful text to lost her election. There is a lot of deep animosity for Republicans. You see it. You saw it in the aftermath of the assassination of Charlie Kirk. We are not but weeks away from that. Did you see the way that liberals reacted? The hate that they spewed at him, at you, at everybody. These people are in a hateful mood. You are not going to win elections unless you really demonstrate. If it's a purple state, you can count on the Democrats in that state, the liberals in that state. You're going to have a long walk if you're depending on any of them to help get you elected. You have to run the best campaign. You can't afford to stumble. And some of this stuff is politics 101. I'm sorry. And if you don't have advisors and people close to you that will tell you the truth, like, baby, have you ever seen a weave? Maybe you need to go get a weave to put on some of that hair, because when you're coming out here looking like that, it ain't helping. It ain't helping when you come out here looking like not photogenic. Oh, my God, speaking of photogenic, you should see the beautiful woman that just walked in to the studio. She could run for office anywhere, any day, any office. All she got to do is just put a picture up. She wins. That's it. She doesn't even have to talk. She's so fine. Anyway, that was not what happened in Virginia. I'm sorry. People are objecting to me saying like a ragamuffin. It's said with affection. I'm sorry. I saw some of these pictures on the trail. I'm like, damn, does she not... Bye, honey. Does she not have a stylist on this campaign that can help her get a good look? Come on, folks. It's an election. I spent more time with Virginia than I did New York. New York is ultimately more important. But we have time for New York, because this is going to be a while. New York is going to be the place where it keeps on giving, folks. This is going to be good. First of all, if this guy does deliver, we got great stuff coming out of New York. If he delivers, just think about it. If this guy succeeds with what he wants to do, free buses, free daycare centers for everybody, gonna screw every landlord he can think of and make sure that the New York turns into a third world slum because people are gonna have to bail out of their properties because he's not gonna let them charge what they should charge for rent. Not in addition to all this other free stuff he's giving because he believes there's nothing government can't solve. Play that again. There's nothing that this guy said, nothing, cut to, nothing that government can't do.
We will prove that there is no problem too large for government to solve and no concern too small for it to care about.
The first thing that this guy did was quote a socialist. So let's say he gets everything that he wants. Somehow or another, everybody bends over in the legislature. And Kathy Hochul, well, forget it. I mean, she already bent and kissed and did whatever she did. And he even forced Hakeem Jeffries to bend a little bit. What was that expression you educated me about yesterday, T? A power bottom? He made Hakeem Jeffries have a power bottom. So this guy has some power. This young 30-year-old out of Uganda to whatever, he's making them all bend down. Right? So this could be exciting. Right? Why is anybody feeling bad? Because if he does what he says he's going to do, it's going to be such a train wreck that there will be campaign ads flowing this till the next century. If he doesn't do what he said he's going to do, the liberals are going to be so outraged because they want the free stuff he promised that it's going to be utter madness and chaos. Either way, he's going to be the new face of the Democrat Party, along with AOC, the old face, along with Jasmine Crockett, the other face. I mean, folks, why is anybody wasting 1 minute feeling bad about this? This is going to be, if we do everything that we have to do, we stay energized, this is going to be the midterm election of the century. You just do not even waste your time being in despair about this election. We gotta take a break. I'm sorry. As you can tell, I'm not sad. Fastest hour in American media continues. Don't go away.
Rush. This is the Rush Hour with James Golden.
Oh, Snerdley.
The Rush Hour with James Golden. Entertaining and informative.
On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
It's the Rush Hour with James Golden.
Goes by the pseudonym Bo Snerdley.
Rush. Now, here's James Golden.
Ladies and gentlemen, I saw just a few of the clips of Marjorie Taylor Greene on The View, yucking it up with The View babes, or babes, anyway, with The View personalities. And, you know, there's a lot I could say about that, but she has been saying one thing, and she's been saying it now for months, that some of the Republican men that she serves with are weak. They are weak men. Now, there's a lot of things I don't agree with Marjorie Taylor Greene on. There's some things I do. But one of the things that I do agree with her, there are a lot of Republican weak men. Weak, timid, cowardly. As evidence, we are in day 36 of the government shutdown. Donald Trump is demanding that these people stop this filibuster so they can implement his agenda. You have all these codgers up in the Senate that are refusing. And I understand this is their turf. They think that this is the power that they have of minorities. But Democrats don't think the way Republicans do. Democrats think boldly. Here's what I know would happen, or I think with a degree of certainty that would happen if the Democrats were facing this situation. They would quickly get rid of the filibuster that their president once gotten rid of. Enough so that they could just vote on his agenda, and then right before the midterms, they put the filibuster back in just in case they lost. Because Democrats play to win. They don't play to mess around. They're not political cowards. They're not timid. They're not punks. You have the Democrats that have run, word to any of you Republicans, if you dare fold, if you let Democrats get away with shutting down the government and don't make them pay the price, you deserve to lose your seat. I don't care whether you're in the Senate or whether you're in the House. They use this, and they got results in the elections. Do not let these people off the hook. Don't give them a damn thing. Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries wrote a letter to Trump demanding a letter. I hope he tells both of them to kiss his ass. No, I'm not negotiating with you economic political terrorists. No. Don't give them an inch. Ever. And Republicans, grow some. Stop playing with these people. We have to go. Robert Knight passed away on this day. He's the guy that did this one, Everlasting Love. Love this song. Also, birthday today for Art Garfunkel. We didn't have time to get Art Garfunkel, but we play them a lot. So, happy birthday, Art Garfunkel. We got to go. May God bless, protect each and every single one of you, your families, your loved ones. Love, my friends, and gratitude for your being here with me, allowing me to be with you. God willing, we are back tomorrow for the Thursday edition of Bo Snerdley's Rush Hour. I'm serious. Anyway, my friends, let's be happy. Don't despair. Be happy. It's on, folks. I bid you adieu. Bye.
Thanks for listening to Bo Snerdley's Rush Hour. You can hear Bo Snerdley's Rush Hour weekdays at 4 on 77 WABC. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode so you never have to wonder,
what the heck is going on here?
It's easy to get stuck reaching for the same familiar fruits and vegetables, even when you know a colorful variety is key. Balance of Nature's fruits and veggie supplements don't replace fruits and vegetables, but it makes it easy to add more variety to what you already eat. With 31 ingredients that are whole fruits and vegetables, switching it up is easy because we've already taken care of the hard part. Go to balanceofnature.com and get a free fiber and spice supplement, plus 35% off your first set as a new preferred customer by using discount code POD.